In today's guide, I'm going to show you guys where to get all 3 of the different fairy bottles that you can get in the game. These are really helpful just in case you need to store a fairy for later and restore your health at some point. Mainly used for dungeons, I would assume, or I guess if you're running around and taking a lot of damage in the overworld, you could use one. But the first one, we're going to go to the little fishing minigame, and I'm pretty sure you can get this one as soon as you finish getting the sword and the tutorial stuff is over at the beginning of the game. So to get this one, pretty much all you need to do is catch a couple of fish until you get one of the bigger fish and reel it in, and he gives you the medium weight lure. Once you have that, you'll actually be able to snag the fairy bottle, which is actually at the bottom left underneath some of the seaweed and stuff. And just note that if you pull it up too fast and it hits another fish, it will fall off the line and you'll have to pay to play the mini game again. So kind of just be patient with it and kind of scrub it across the bottom as much as you can, so that way it gets out of the way of the fish. Or you can even catch some of those fish and try to clear up the space so that way you don't hit any of them. But pretty simple, and you get this one pretty early, so recommend it. For this next one, you're going to need to progress at least all the way to the 4th dungeon and beat it. After that, you're actually going to get this little pink ghost that will start following you around, and once you've done all of the little stuff for the side quest and you bring it back to its original grave, it will actually reward you with a fairy bottle, which is going to be nice because this one, you pretty much have to do this anyway throughout the game, so you're pretty much always going to end up with one fairy bottle. But just in case you didn't know or you haven't got this far yet, that's where you'll end up getting it. And by the way, just in case you didn't know or if you need it, I actually have a guide on how to do all of the stuff in the little pink ghost side quest up on my channel, so I'll put a link to that in the top right here. And yeah, let's move on to the last one. For this one, we're going to need to head over to Dampe's Shack, which is more towards the top right of the map, kind of, below Tall Heights. And in this game specifically, not the older games, but this one has some sort of like a dungeon creator, and pretty much what you're going to do is he has like these little set ones that you can do to kind of like get used to making dungeons and stuff like that. It's basically like a little dungeon tutorial on how to use this feature, but there's a couple of different like little like ones that you need to do, but once you actually get done with the first page and start working on the second page, you'll end up getting one called Heart Storage, and if you finish your way all the way through this one and complete the dungeon, he'll actually reward you with the 3rd bottle. So that's pretty much how you get all 3 of the bottles. I personally didn't use but like the bottle maybe 1 or 2 times throughout my playthrough so far, and I don't really plan on using it a whole bunch in the future. So I mean, pretty much this is kind of like a completionist like thing for me, at least, where I just wanted to go ahead and get all of the bottles because I wanted to fill up those little slots in my inventory. But if you end up needing them or need to know where to get them, here you go. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this guide helped you out some way, and I will see you guys in the next one.